4, 3, 2, 1, sync. Hello and welcome to the TTV BrickFeed Podcast. I'm John.
I'm Bar.
I'm Ven.
I'm the XX Trooper.
And this is the TTV BrickFeed Podcast, episode 86, recorded the week of January 18th, 2018, in front of a live studio audience of our patrons. Hello, everybody.
Hooray!
Hey.
What a mouthful! It's my first podcast this year. Dude, it has been! Wow, it's really great to have you back on the podcast, X.
It's
really...
Okay, identity theft is not a joke, Var. Mickey Mouse has had his identity stolen enough, and we know what he does to poor channels that steal his stuff.
Yeah, he'll eat us alive.
He will,
I
will
don't know what you're talking about, John.
He'll come
What do you
for us.
mean?
He'll make us pay. Yeah, it's been a kind of an interesting year so far. I actually haven't been on an episode yet. How's life been?
Because we haven't had a schedule.
Yeah, that's like the main reason. So like the second someone asks, like, can you be honest? It's like, well, no.
Yeah, I get
so,
you. I get you.
Yeah, it's been very busy so far. This week, I've already had like a lot of stuff I need to do, and then my girlfriend tripped, and then she needed to like go to the hospital and do like an X-ray of her foot.
Oh, dude.
And it's just like everyone's really mad at me because whenever I talk about it, I'm just talking about it as if it's being very inconvenient. But she's so clumsy. This is like a normal thing that happens. She just tripped on like, oh my god. But she's all right either way. You know, she's
All right.
She's good
Yeah.
with crutches.
Glad
So
to hear that.
Oh,
yeah,
Crutches aren't that great, but yeah.
that's not
yeah,
fun.
especially in the snow. So there's that. I heard there's snow like everywhere as well, especially at Bali.
Dude,
It
there is
did.
so much snow.
There is
So
well, it's
much.
melting now, but there was snow so much yesterday.
I
It
haven't
was
seen
insane.
snow in years.
It actually broke a record. Well, it didn't really technically break the record because the most amount of snow North Carolina, at least in my city, has ever had is 20 inches. I think it hasn't had that since the 90s. We got 12 inches last night, so it's the third most snow we've ever had, like in the history of this city. So
Huh.
and it's pretty inconvenient.
Yeah, snow's never inconvenient. You don't have snow days in Norway. If there's too much snow, you just ski to work or school or whatever. It's a weird place. So
Yeah,
That makes sense. I mean, like in
Here- Here in the South, no one's really used to having a snow day, so we kind of like even when there's like 1 inch of snow, we all freak out. But
It's like,
now
what
there's
do
12
we do?
inches. So,
there's a bunch of white stuff outside.
literally, the whole city is on lockdown. There's like so many roads closed. Like all the major roads are closed at the moment because like some
It's
idiots
just
decided to.
snow.
Well, yeah, but we don't have like 4-wheel drive cars. No one knows how to drive in the snow, and like every road, like the reason they're closed is because people wrecked on them.
Oh, man.
And
Yeah.
the emergency vehicles can't, like, they don't know how to drive in snow either, so it's like we gotta just close the whole road down. Close the whole road down. We'll get over there and we'll get them.
well,
We
there
gotta
were
throw in, like,
times-
helicopters.
Dude,
There's
Norway is
something
so
I like it like
prepared. My girlfriend's crutch is like at the very end. There's like like small metal knife thingies. I don't know what to call them. Like something that people have on like their car wheels. Sometimes when there's snow, so that
Well, you
you
also
know-
have to realize, X, that like there's some stuff that we don't prepare for because we just don't have the need for. So, especially down in Texas, right, where it's generally very warm. There was a whole thing where it snowed just a couple inches, but it was a whole deal because they don't have salt trucks in Texas. They don't have like any of that stuff to like salt the roads and make sure they're not icy and everything because they've never needed them before.
huh?
Yeah.
How about that? Just go to McDonald's and like grab a whole lot of those like little small packets and just throw those outside, man.
But you can't when the McDonald's is closed!
Oh, the paradox!
Dude, it's awful, man. You can't even
it's
get a
just one
freaking
little
burger.
It's like that meme where he's like, can't get salt from McDonald's, and McDonald's is closed.
Yeah, that
Is that a meme?
Apparently it is.
Tapping his head, you know
Or
what I'm
did you
talking
just
about?
make that up?
I feel
No,
like it
it's
made
like-
it up.
I feel like
Oh,
he made
yeah,
it
I
up
made it
too.
up.
I think he made it
did.
up.
Wow.
That was on me.
Wow.
You're
I
the
take
worst
credit for
kind of person.
You just
No,
make
no, what? No, John. There are so many people worse than John. You know?
Like John.
Thanks, I guess.
No,
Like
John's
John.
Johnson-
Nathan,
John's an alright guy. Why?
Jonathan.
John's an
Thank you,
alright
Rex.
guy.
I
It almost sounds
appreciate
like you
you.
said Johnson.
Why y'all hating on John here? He's hosting this podcast for us. You know.
I mean, that's
It
the
was-
best reason to hate on him.
What's this podcast even about?
Lego.
Is
It's
it?
not like a
Oh,
podcast,
yeah.
man. It's not the right. There's the two ones we do.
Danish
There's the third
blocking.
one you're never on. Then there's the one where we just sit around and talk about whatever. And then like there's one where we actually kind of like do the purpose of the channel. And I think this is that one.
There's the one where we talk about the little brick products that we like to play around with, which I can't actually do because, you know, the Lego store's closed.
The
you have
Lego
any-
store is
The
closed.
Lego store
That's
is
why you-
closed.
But shop at home isn't closed.
Shop at home, dude. No one's delivering right now. I was even like, maybe I can get a pizza. Nope, it's all closed. No one's doing
Man.
anything. North Carolina sucks. The snow sucks.
So, like, if there's snow for like a week, everyone just dies.
Yeah.
Man,
No, they'll like plow through. I mean, they can't. The problem is we've got like a really crappy snow plow that does not do anything, but it will kind of plow the roads. But then all it does, yeah, it'll kind of clear snow off of the roads, but all it does is melt the snow down into the pavement and cause ice to form over everything. So it's even more dangerous to drive on the road than it was before.
then you can just like woo
Yikes.
to wherever you need to go. You know, just get a little bit of
Just drive at
momentum.
1 mile an hour.
I mean, that's what you have to do, basically, yeah.
That's unfortunate.
But no one knows
That
how to
sucks.
drive that slow in the South. Everybody's like, we gotta
But
speed
you're
down
not
to where we're
dying,
going.
though, right? You have like plenty of Campbell's.
No, dude, I don't have any Campbells. This is why I was talking. This is why I was like, I'm so thankful for Panera Bread because they're open for some reason. So I was able to walk down and get some food. Because
That is
they're the
they
only,
didn't-
quite lucky.
Because
they're
they
the
didn't
only
deliver.
place open. They do. I think they do deliver, but I didn't even
It was
bother.
not necessary because it was so conveniently placed.
Yeah, it was literally like a 2-minute walk, so I just walked.
Oh,
over.
okay.
This like cold weather has reminded me of something that I've been seeing for like the past week on Twitter, and that is there are, I did not know this beforehand. There's a LEGO convention that's also a freaking cruise. You guys know
Yeah,
about
that's the
this?
thing. Yeah.
What?
I didn't know about that until freaking Kevin Hinkle started posting
Kevin
pictures.
Hinkle's going on
his-
vacation, man. He's like
his
he's like
Instagram.
tweeting all this stuff every
That
day.
sounds
He's like,
so expensive, though. But man,
okay,
It does.
You would
It
think
does.
so. You would think
that's
so,
like the
right?
top tier Lego.
All right, well,
fan.
let's not undersell it. Like you would think it's really expensive, but it's still
Hold up, hold
pretty expensive.
Yeah, that's true. It's still pretty expensive. X, how much do you think a like 5-day cruise in the Caribbean costs?
I don't know. I've never been on a cruise.
Yeah, I mean, like just
Expensive?
randomly guess, man. Yeah,
$1,500. There you go. $1,500.
$1,500. Is that
Yeah,
for a
1,500.
5-day?
For 5 days.
So we looked at something in December where it like right now, like December to January is where it's taking place. And I'm trying to find the exact one we found, but basically it's like $400, $400 US.
Huh.
Oh, that's
For
pretty
5 days.
expensive.
305.
Well, that's not included like all the
Quite a
food because like the thing about being on a cruise is that if you want anything, it's all like they have the power to.
Yeah, none of it's
basically
complimentary.
consider
You have to
that.
get it all.
Yeah, you want
You're
that.
stuck on a boat.
You want that specific drink, you're gonna have to pay the price that we have. There's nothing you can do, you know.
Yeah, it's like it's a little like economy kind of. You know,
Can't
it's a
run to
little, like, thing.
Walmart. You're stuck on our boat, you know. It's
By the way,
very
John, do you realize that this video currently has the BrickFeed or the Bionicle G3 thumbnail as
Does
well
it-
as the Bionicle G3
does it
description?
really?
I don't see
Yeah.
any thumbnail. I thought we're on Discord.
The thumbnail's supposed to be. It's supposed to be something different. I guess I didn't change it.
Where is
I,
this?
I,
Just,
hit,
stuff?
I hit the
felt
change.
like
It
letting
said
you
we were
know.
changing it.
Well, apparently it didn't happen. So just so you know.
Can we change? We can't even change it.
No, we're already live.
I hate
Nice.
YouTube sometimes. YouTube is just kind of like it's just screwing up all over the place. Can't get it.
Yeah, well,
Wait.
everyone hates YouTube right now, so it's cool.
Wait, is this being streamed on YouTube right now?
Yeah, dude.
Oh. no.
Where have you been? Oh wait, that's right. Not in recordings.
Where has the schedule been, Bar? No. Where
Got you
has
there?
there's no schedule. So
You're right. There is no schedule.
Are we getting a schedule soon though? I want.
Yeah, once I know when everyone's freaking free.
Dude, it's free. Okay, it's before the school semester starts. I don't know when I'm free.
Oh my God.
Free falling.
The only person I know I can consistently put on episodes is Purple. Everyone else, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's because she literally doesn't do anything else though. That's why. She's like,
Well, she was also kind enough to give me an actual schedule with actual hours and days and when she would be available and when she wouldn't be available, and it's incredibly
that's her
helpful.
school schedule. She's an art major. It's not like you can move that around. It's okay.
All right,
You
dude.
know.
All right. You're a rock star. Get your game on. Go play.
Not to disparage any budding
know.
art majors in
You're a rock
our
star.
audience and or our
If you're an
cast.
artist listening to this podcast, we hate you.
If you-
Unsubscribe.
We don't hate everyone. We don't hate anyone, guys. We're very...
I bet your
Full of
channel
love.
makes under 4,000 hours.
No, shut up, shut up, shut up. Don't even go there. Don't go there. You're just going to make people angry.
Oh, now we're making people angry. Now that's a
Dude, people care about that. People really care about that one. We'll talk about that in podcast maybe, but
Yeah, I know. People really do care about that. I think they should, except for different reasons.
This is terrible.
if you like Lego, we hate you, and unsubscribe, please.
We're gonna move
I
on to our news docket for today.
All right, cool.
That was a smooth transition.
Thank you, X. I think that was the opposite of a smooth transition, but I will take your compliment. Anyways,
Would you
all about
guys like
positivity, man.
to go on a cruise with Lego?
Yeah,
With
I
Lego?
will go wherever Lego wants me to go. I'll do
A
it.
single being named Lego.
Yeah, let's
just
go.
the one
Let's
dude.
go have fun, Lego.
Is one guy. His name is
Lego sounds like a pretty.
Show me
cool
the
game, and it doesn't afraid of
World,
it.
Lego.
He will show you the way.
Oh man, dude! If there's a single dude named Lego, if he had a family, they would be called the Legos. And then you could actually say that without being like, you know.
I'm gonna name my son
Bombarded.
Lego.
Are you really?
Yes.
Okay, no, go
Yes,
for
kids,
it. No,
yes,
how
kids.
ironic would that be? Like, his name's Lego, but you bring him up to,
He's
like,
only ever
play
played with
weapon. He's only played with the weapon box? His name-
You mean Mega Construct?
His nickname would
Oh,
be
man.
Leg. You know,
His nickname would be what?
it would be Leg.
Leg.
Would
Yo,
you allow the
Leg.
patrons to choose your kid's name, Var?
No.
Would you?
I don't want
would that be a
patrons
perk?
to have any control over any parts of my life.
They
Okay,
do
well,
though.
Never be a perk.
The first
Hate
item
the
on the
I like-
docket, by the way.
Especially
Thanks
hate.
for-
Let's see. I hate Pillar and I hate Krasix, and I hate Wadden, and I hate Magic Ninja, and I hate Kazapar, and I hate Matriarch, and what else is over here? Here's your patron shout out for the week, guys. There you go.
There is a article that BrickFeed put out about Lego sets and have they become more complex. It's a scientific paper by this guy named Christoph Bartnek, who is a very, very smart person who I'm assuming doesn't have anything else to do with his time. Because he's made two other scientific papers, have little projects become more violent, which was a very interesting one. We actually talked about this in BrickFeed Podcast beforehand. And one that's less interesting, called The Emotional Expression of Lego Minifigure Faces, which is, I mean, still interesting if you're into that kind of thing, but like less interesting than the violent stuff, which I feel is actually a really interesting discussion.
I'm into violence.
We are all sort of into violence. We're Americans.
I love violence.
Who made this article? Have Lego sets become more complex?
This guy named Christoph Bartnek. I'm assuming he's
Oh,
a
okay.
professor somewhere or just someone who knows how to do scientific work. But basically, yes. Is the
I'm
answer to
gonna
that
name
question.
my kid something from Bionicle, like Zach Tan.
Please don't. Please don't do that.
Imagine naming your kid Zach Tan.
Then he'd be Zach for short.
Oh, whoa, that could work. Zachary Tan. That would be his Zachary Tan Jennings.
I'm pretty sure that's an actual thing that exists. I think people have made like human Bionicle concepts and they've named it Zachary Tan.
Our hero game dev tycoon guy, his name was Zachary Tan. Remember that?
Was he really?
Yeah, because Fleff was there, and she was like, "We should name him Zach Tan," and we were like, "Zachary Tan, why not?"
Sidorak Jennings. I love it.
Sidorak. I'm trying to think of the worst one.
Sorry, let's I'm just talking about
This
your.
is actually a very interesting article.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to take away from the article. I just I had a funny
No, it's okay.
idea.
Basically, that what they're saying is something that we all kind of know, that LEGO sets have kind of become more complex in their build and structure. But there was an interesting thing as to like his method as to how he had to classify that, because like what does it mean for a LEGO set to become more complex? So he goes into a bunch of different things here where he basically analyzed different source from like different 3D projects like Eldar, Perion, and stuff, and then like they organized them all into like to see how much more difficult that the size of a new set and like how large the largest set is some data they've been examining. It's a whole scientific paper. If you're interested in, you can read it. We're gonna move on from this because there's only a couple people that are super interested in this.
I'm super interested in it.
I'm glad
also
that
super
you
interested
are
in this.
around somewhere.
But I think this is like big enough of a topic that like it could probably stretch through the entire episode because there's a lot of opinionated things regarding this.
Do you? I mean, do you guys personally? I don't see a problem with it becoming more complex. Does anyone really? I guess it might be harder for.
I mean,
kids,
I guess it raises
but-
the price.
Yeah, that the only negative I can I can think about is that the smaller the pieces become, then like the smaller the sets become, and then it feels like you're getting less. But like the other thing about this being too complex for children is I think is not a good argument because children who are raised and like get Lego sets over time, they get incredibly smart and very very good with just putting stuff together. Like I've seen like 9-year-olds do a bunch of weird stuff with Mindstorm's NXT, and it's just like this kid is incredibly smart because he's been playing with this over such a long time, and like it's not too complex for kids. It's only the fact that like sets can get smaller, I would say. But that's a whole nother topic. That's very opinionated.
Point. I think like what you're saying about kids too is that like kids do tend to rise to challenges. Obviously, if you give a kid that's like way too young, like 4 or 5, 6 years old, it's kind of a deal. And like there are such things as like Lego sets too complex for like a 6-year-old, obviously. But the idea that like kids are smarter than you do give them credit for if you put them in a situation where they can do it.
Definitely.
And I think that like, especially with like stuff like a Boost, which is coming out, where it's like encourages like the tablet technology and like robotics and coding with Lego building. I think it's a good step in that direction for getting kids.
Especially since kids love iPads these days. They
do.
They live on their iPads.
Speaking of which, this podcast is brought to you by LEGO Live. We are going to be at LEGO Live, New York City. Everyone here except X is going to be there alongside a couple of our hosts. X, we would have loved to have you there, but man, do you know how much it is to get international travel? It's pretty far.
Yeah, I mean, if you asked,
Nice.
I could have seen if I could have like gotten the money myself, but you know, it's all right. Everyone
it's
there
okay, dude.
except me.
Listen, we're going to have everyone out again.
Wow,
soon,
nice.
so-
Way to make him feel bad. You
I
frickin'
didn't mean that in that way.
Don't. No,
But X,
We're all gonna be there, but Axe, who is too lame to ever have fun with us.
yeah, he can't ever, you never get that funds up. It's going to be February 16th through the 18th, Independence Day weekend at Pier 36 in the heart of New York City. Come out there. We'll be at the Boost Station. We're kind of running the whole, we're not running the whole show. That would be way too much of a step out. But we are going to be running part of the Boost exhibit and the actual like showcase you're going to have on the main floor. So stop by, say hi, go through the experience that we've carefully coded and created for you. It'll be tons of fun. It's like what, $30 for a ticket or something like that?
take selfies and put them on Twitter and tag me in it,
I'm saying something
and
like that.
I'll cry during every night.
Tag
It'll be
X.
great. Do
Everyone,
it. Tag me in all the selfies you can. Let's
Tag
do
X in all of the selfies that you take. Here.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it'll be like I'm part of it, kind of.
General admission tickets are $30 with an $8.55 fee.
It's so much cheaper than a cruise.
Way
It is
cheaper.
way
It's
cheaper.
definitely
Way
not $400.
And guess what? We'll actually be there. We would not be on a cruise. So
Yeah.
shout out to not cruises. The LEGO
Cruises
Live.
are way too fancy for us.
LEGO Live. I actually have to like distinctly say LEGO Live as opposed to LEGO Life because the LEGO Life is the app and LEGO Live. Is
Yeah, kind of confusing branding there, huh?
A little bit. I mean, it would make sense if they just didn't have one or the other. Like, if they just had the LEGO Live, you could be like, oh, cool. If they have LEGO Life, you got to be like, okay, what are you talking about right now? LEGO Live, New York City, be there. The second thing on our docket, next on our docket, is just a kind of like short little announcement. LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 Champions Character Pack is now available for kind of everybody who has LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2. They added some new characters: Ironheart, Devil Dinosaur, Moon Girl, Viv, Amadeus Cho, Kate Bishop, Nova, the whole Champions crew. For those of you who don't know comics, that doesn't mean anything to you. But for me, these are characters I've wanted to see in minifigure form for a long while. And hopefully this means that, I mean, Marvel, someone's aware of them at LEGO. And I would love to see the Visions actually show up in a LEGO set. That would be really cool.
I think it's cool that they're adding just more and more obscure characters instead of just renditions of already
See, I
well-known
don't know how I
characters.
feel about it because I feel like it's kind of a tease to something that may or may not happen. Like they have Spider-Man 2099 on the cover. We have not heard of any sets that will have Spider-Man 2099. It's like
I listen. I love that they do some movie tie-ins, but I would love some more. Like, I think LEGO would actually benefit a lot if they included like specific comic exclusive characters instead of like another just normal Spider-Man set with like him fighting Doc Ock again.
yeah.
If there's that one set they did with Miles Morales in it that was like awesome. They just kind of did that or ramped that up a bit more where they did obscure characters that like collectors really wanted. They might actually get this larger adult market. Maybe. I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy appeared for the very first time in Marvel Super Heroes 1 and then in minifigure form, but that was tied into the movie, so my point is...
yeah, but I mean, they've had
this.
people
Move on.
appear in Marvel superheroes before that didn't get minifigures. For instance,
That
we
is
were
true. 'Cause
talking about it the other day.
there's
Like
so many.
So many.
Grant
So
Ward
many
was in
of
that, and Nessa went out and
Ward.
freaking was considering getting a Grant Ward like minifigure that looks
Bootleg.
awful. Yeah,
Man, what is with you guys in the bootlegs? You got it.
Yeah, that is disgusting. Don't ever
right?
touch those.
That's
The thing
hell
about
straight.
LEGO,
Right.
about LEGO is that they have put up like a standard in terms of quality over this long time. They use ABS plastic, and most of their products, all
Preach
of
it.
them are compatible. The big thing about LEGO is that you build upon something over time. You don't do that with bootlegs. They're not part of the same system. They don't have
what I'm
the same
saying.
standard. They are like they have
Preach.
something like a millimeter off,
speak it.
and then it doesn't fit with the other stuff. It goes against everything LEGO is.
Yeah.
Just don't Meso is a just
Snapping my fingers.
non-believer. He's
Mhm,
oh
mhm.
what
Yeah,
are you
and,
doing, Meso?
Listen, you know who actually turned him onto that was a certain notorious Ven. Sitting there. You didn't hear this, X, but we talked a bunch about these bootlegs the last episode. Because Ven got a bunch of them. He was showing them off. And it was just kind of like, are we doing this right now? And we had this whole discussion about like what LEGO should do for licenses.
I'm
But-
sure you have like a bunch of good points. It's just like for me that is what LEGO
No,
is. I will
I'm
say
on
though,
your side, dude. I think it was kind of you should
I
not
will-
buy bootlegs.
yeah, but I will say like playing
I don't
devil's
care.
advocate.
Buy whatever
I
you
will-
want with your money.
Yeah, like because it is your money. I will say like on the other side of the spectrum, there is the thing that LEGO is also notoriously expensive, and if there is a minifigure out there of something that LEGO will never
Right.
make, and there is a bootleg version of that you can have, and you just sort of have that as a collectible, I think that is okay because like bootleg is not that far off from a customized minifigure, even though like that is based on what LEGO has made. There's kind of like a gray area there. Like me myself, I'm not a
And
fan of
I-
bootlegs, but I can very much see why someone would get them themselves. But
Yeah.
buying a entire
Basically,
bootleg set and mixing
What you
it with
explained
LEGO,
is the reason why
that's
I've bothered with bootlegs at all because I know LEGO will never make them.
yeah, like because there's like a difference because that's something Ven does. But like someone, for example, on some websites, I've seen people like make a Lego model, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I don't recognize that piece, and then it's like, no, that piece is from Mega Constructs. I'm not for that at all. No one should
Yeah,
ever mix those two together. I'm not for that at all.
I
But-
agree.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
minifigures like that as collectible, I think I don't do it myself, but I don't think someone should be like thrown in the fire for doing that. You know?
Prazix asks X, what's the difference between the customs that Ben got and the customs that you make?
That depends on what
plastic quality, right?
Yeah, the thing about is that, like I said, is that any LEGO has an incredibly high standard when it comes to older pieces in terms of like everything needs to be compatible, everything needs to be like 100% this exact size. There can't be any anomalies in terms of like the pieces that they use. And so if someone who makes custom minifigures, what they will do is that they will go on Bricklink and they will find people who has completely plain torsos or anything. They basically everything that they make in terms of like their custom minifigures that has at some point came from LEGO, you know. But bootlegs is when something is made to mimic LEGO. Basically, it basically like the source material of like the minifigures, the accessories, anything on it. It does not come from LEGO. Mm-hmm. That's just the main difference between bootleg and ABS plastic. So, like the non-bootlegs, as in custom minifigures, they have to come from a source that gets you LEGO, and that puts the cost up. But while a bootleg, it can be some Chinese manufacturers, you never know, and they can basically make something in a different plastic. And even if it's just a minifigure, like the joints might be a little more loose, but it's not going to be used to like build a construction. It's just a minifigure, so it won't really hurt you that much when it is a bootleg. But I think I explained the difference. I think
Matriarch also like pointed out that like some of the bootleg companies steal their designs from customizers, and then they steal designs and they print the stolen designs on kind of like lower quality plastic or lower quality molds or something. And so, as in a sense, you are helping those customizers lose money if you recognize that it's from the thing. Obviously, that's like a very specific use case. It's probably not the ones that you got yours from, Ben. Actually, from what I was looking at, they might have actually been like just a customizer from LEGO.
Yeah, do you recognize in the quality then if it's like made by LEGO themselves or?
It can't be by LEGO because there's no LEGO logos or anything like that on
okay.
Okay. All right, never mind.
Does the plastic feel like weird or like the
plastic does feel a little off?
Yeah, then it's probably not ABS plastic because ABS plastic is pretty expensive in bulk.
Our audio editor, Vocatamer, wanted us to post, or he didn't want us to post. I was going to post this reaction from Kevin Hinkle to Bootleg Sets. So, classic face. He had to meet that at it was the last Brick Fair we were at when someone surprised him, quote unquote. We'll say surprised as a with that set, but it's a pretty great photo. I love it.
Yeah. And that set though, that's like the two difference in bootlegs, like the one Ben got and that set, that example right there. That bootleg right there, that's supposed to like mimic LEGO. It's supposed to quote unquote contest with LEGO. It's supposed to be something that people recognize what LEGO is, and then there's like that is LEGO, and then they're supposed to buy it. While others bootlegs, they're supposed to like make minifigures in which LEGO will never make, and that's why Ben got those minifigures. So there you go.
Okay, let's talk about the next thing in our docket, and that is that LEGO is partnering with this this company named Tencent to make online games for China. So speaking of China, it was a good segue.
Oh, transition.
Chinese
China all
form a partnership to develop licensed games, videos, and other content for Chinese children. The first of these initiatives will likely be an online game, as reported by the Financial Times, which I can't access because you have to pay. It's like on paywall, so I don't know what that article exactly said. But anyhow, the two companies were already kind of like thinking about doing a Chinese version of LEGO Life. It's very available in other countries, but the Chinese version, the Chinese government has different restrictions on what social media platforms can be available in the country. It's a huge country. You know, it's like there's several. I think it's what 2 billion people in China now.
So many people.
There's so many people. It's
in that
one
such a little
so
space.
So you can actually, you can have a pretty good user base, especially since the Chinese government does restrict the internet access of people in that country. I believe they're also trying to bring Lego Boost to Chinese tablets and things very soon as well. The Lego, this is part of Lego's whole thing to like kind of corner the Chinese market. It got recognized recently as a very like a high level trademark thing in China. I forgot the official term for it, but like they're actually able to make like enforce their trademark much more heavily now, which will help them crack down on the bootleggers that X was talking about and help them like tap into the market. But I'm actually interested to hear about this online game that they're developing with a tech giant. Lego has done online games in the past, and like I think it's kind of fair to say that none of them have really been that successful. There was what is it, Chima online. There was the Lego Universe. Obviously, there was like minifigures online. I'm trying to think of anything else, but like none of the video games they've created for like with an online presence has been that successful. So we'll see.
Neat. I like that they're going into the Chinese market because, like as you said, there's so many people there, and it's such a huge market for like all these bootleggers to just like. I just want Lego to be more widespread, you know. So if I ever go to China, I can buy Lego there. So I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They opened up the world's largest Lego store in Shanghai, I guess, just like 2 years ago. So it's been like they've been getting the foothold. I mean, obviously the bootleg
branching
sets
out
have been there for a long time, but like it's nice that they're getting some of that out there.
Yeah. China,
Okay.
next day the moon, you know.
Right,
One step
exactly.
at a time.
The moon's biggest Lego store will be opening up very shortly, as soon as Elon Musk gets something on the ball rolling. All right, the last thing that we're going to talk about here today is going to be sorry, kind of an interesting little concept for PopUp Bar. It's called 1 million bricks, I think, or either that or the brick bars. It's actually kind of like not clear as to which like branding they're going with. They're originally called Lego Bar, and then Lego, of course, sent the email that was like, you can't do this. One, because you're using a trademark, and two, you are a bar, and we don't condone that. So they are changing it to be essentially this called, I think, the brick bars are 1 million bricks, and the idea is that the entire pop-up bar is going to be made out entirely of Lego bricks. So they're going to build a bar out of Lego bricks in Montreal. It's going to first be in Montreal. It's going to go to New York and then London, and then LA as well. So it's going kind of around. I'm actually interested. It's probably not going to be in New York when we're in New York, so that's kind of a sad thing. I would definitely, that's like such a great vlog experience to go to the Lego bar. But I guess it's like they're just doing this thing. Pop-up bars are really popular now. They're like kind of like, you don't have to pay for the whole insurance and all that thing. They just come up for a couple days. They are built, then they're torn down. So yeah. What do you guys think?
I didn't even know these were a thing. Pop-up bars. Is this like something that would be like in an airport or something?
No, it would be just in like downtown somewhere. It would be like so usually what happens is that they put these bars into like empty buildings, like spaces that are empty. They will have a pop-up bar and it'll come up for like 3 days, and it draws a lot of people to the area because people love something new. And so the people there will work and they'll do that for however long the pop-up bar is there, and then they'll fold it down and go away. It's like really big with like the hipster community and stuff, or like the foodie community, because like and it's also like very like it's a once in a lifetime experience people normally get, right? Because it's only here for 3 days. So normally there's like long lines, there's reservations out the wazoo for it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's pretty neat, I guess. It's kind of weird that it would be Lego associated with it, I guess.
Lego is not associated with it. Let's be clear.
Well, the company is not associated with it, but that's not what the impression will be from anyone going to it.
No, you're right. And they are actually going to have like Lego sets available in the bar as well. So
there you go.
I wonder if they had like Lego themed drinks. You think they would? Like,
oh yeah, drink this like I don't know,
Ninjago
martini
Jaeger
with a minifigure in it and choke on it.
term like
Lloyd's Lloyd's cocktail. Yeah.
Jump up,
I
kick
don't
around,
know.
and spin.
Ow.
The cocktail.
I
That's it.
I don't know. It's a weird mix, but I guess
it's a weird mix because like I'm thinking of them like literally building the bar.
You drink
out
the
of, like,
three
a bricks.
virtues.
The tree virtues.
Oh, energized protodermis. That'd be a good drink.
Oh, that would be. Oh, I could see that.
Oh.
Look at that. That's like.
Mm.
Oh.
Traveler's tea. That's perfect, dude. Look at us. Let's start a Lego bar.
let's do it.
Chronicler's Brew.
Is there a big enough market for this?
I don't
Would you
think
go,
there
would you
is.
go to a
The
Lego
real
bar?
Chroniclers
Let us
converted.
know in the comments.
I mean, like,
would
know,
you
a
go
lot
to a
of,
Lego
like-
bar?
like the Adult Swim time at like Brick Fair. I could see this being popular, maybe.
What if we went all? What if we like narrowed our view? We're just doing a Bionicle themed bar, and we have like a bunch of the old sets, and we have like I don't know, just like the three virtues sign, and like maybe a bunch of the Kanohi hanging up on the wall or something. You know, like straight up, we did that Bionicle bar.
I like it.
I like it, but
Bikini.
we're incredibly biased because Bionicle. So
Yeah, but a lot
Bionicle.
of people our age that were into Bionicle are of drinking age now. So,
they are indeed.
He's
But
right,
most
you
of
know.
them have. Most of them are just
Saying.
kind of like. Yeah.
Most of them are jerks. You're right, X. I hate Bionicle.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Like, but I didn't mean that.
No!
Why would you say that? Okay, so let
Oh.
me ask you this: if they build a Lego bar, a Lego themed pop-up bar, can they also build a Lego themed Alcoholics Anonymous, like right next to the pop-up bar? Where you like
Now you're just making everything a bar. I would just cancel it.
No, there's no bar. This is Alcoholics Anonymous. X. You go in
Oh
there.
boy.
You go,
Well,
you
it would
have
get
instead
canceled
of the
just
chips,
like Bionicle.
you get like the little minifigures. That's like, oh, it's my my 2-week minifigure, or something.
This is my 2-week minifigure, but I have to give that up because I just tried the
Just tried
the vodka Nui.
Protodermis.
It was delicious.
My 2-week minifigure. I'm giving it up because it's been 2 weeks. Need another one.
Oh, dude, you could have the listen for the bar. You could have the like toy Kaida, which is just like a bunch of the drinks
Kaida?
mixed in. How'd you say it?
I don't know how you say it. You know what?
I always thought it was Kaida.
Kaida's fine. Yeah, Kaida's fine. You
I
can say
just said
Kaida.
Kaida.
That's like almost like a suicide of alcohol. You're just kind of pour everything in.
Indeed.
Suicide drink. I'm gonna make that clear. Like the suicide drink, but with alcohol.
Yeah, we're not Logan Paul over here.
Whoa. Come
Aha!
on.
Well, let's.
Some kind of suicide drink.
Oh boy! All right,
Do we have a
What's in it? It's
Demonetized.
vodka and cyanide. Great.
X, can you save us? Do you have an extra mock for us, please?
I do, but before I get into that, this is not really news, but it's news to me, and that is just something fun, I guess, and that is those Snapchat filters that everyone's raving about, dog and all those. Those work on minifigure heads.
No, they don't.
No,
They do.
They don't.
They do.
No way.
My
They do.
God.
Oh my
They
god.
do. I don't have a picture saved right now, but I know where to find it. But like, it works.
I just
know
got
what I'm doing
I just
right
got
now.
incredibly excited all of a sudden.
Yeah. Like,
I-
try it
there's
yourself
some social
on a
media
minifigure.
posts.
It works. So
Yeah,
if you do that, please tag me on Twitter. I really want to see what kind of funny stuff you can do with those. But
That's
it legitimately
hilarious.
works. I'll probably try and find a picture after that while you guys look at this extra
Yeah.
mock. So
Hashtag BrickFeed86.
yes. So this extra mock is pretty cool because this time around, trying to go into something that we've not before. Because, we haven't been.
It's not another mech, is it?
Hold up.
It's not actually because we're
Let's
trying to
do
get into.
What
well,
in this?
I'm trying to branch out to Technic because that's kind of like underutilized in terms of like normal media.
Okay.
They're kind of like the smaller
Sure.
audience. So this guy right here makes things entirely out of Technic, but it's not Bionicle. It's not like actual figures. It's just those big Technic helicopters and wheeled vehicles that you see. He makes those. And he makes them entirely out at Technic, and he made this cool.
Whoa.
Whoa, this is cool.
Mecha
Let's get some
tank.
alcohol really quick.
and he
Holy
has not. And his name is Drakmin. I'm not sure how you say it, but he hasn't posted a lot throughout a lot of time, and this is even like a picture from 2012. So
look how big that thing is! Oh
It
my
is huge.
gosh!
This
it
is
has
great.
functions, and he even shows you
Man.
like the building techniques behind it throughout his stream. It's photo stream on Flickr, which I think is really cool. I just like that his creations are incredibly pure. In a sense.
I went too far. I think it's. I went to pictures of this girl like throwing roses into the one. Was like, oh, I'm gonna have to hit the other arrow and go back.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
I'm explaining to the people who are watching the video, Var, what's going on. They're like,
Thanks
why is
for
there a picture of a
explaining.
girl?
Why you're explaining?
Yeah. But like as you can see by that image that Bar posted, there's actually like pneumatic tube system inside there that makes the whole thing go round. Like in terms of like going from siege mode to normal mode, you can see that little yellow there in there. So those are
Oh my
really
gosh!
cool. I
dude.
haven't seen those used. So it's incredibly. It's a not even just a very huge model. It's an incredibly complex model, and it has a lot of functions. So I thought it's really cool.
Wow.
And some of his later work that you can see throughout his stream, you can see that he is working on like a huge XWing. Like, if you're into Technic and you're into like making these huge constructions, then this is definitely a guy.
Oh
you
my
wanna
gosh!
check out. Right?
Oh my gosh! Yeah, the Technic like Star Wars. Oh, the X-wing.
Yeah.
Wow!
Right.
Before we jump into the X-Wing real quick, this photo that he had is phenomenal.
Oh, that looks really
That
cool.
looks so awesome.
That
And
looks
the
straight
thing I
out
love
of a
about
video
this-
game.
It does.
Yeah,
it doesn't
it's
look like it's
very-
made out of Lego
very-
at all.
Reminds me of that Halo tank. I think
The
one of them.
Scorpion.
Yeah, that one. That kind of looks like that. So it's kind of a mecha in that sense, I guess. Then it's like a
Look at this guy's
like a
freaking
tank.
workstation. Like, look how like just chill this whole environment is. Wouldn't you want to spend like all day in that room?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's what I
That's
want our
so
studio to look
cool.
like. Good grief.
That guy
How
is
rich
This
clean.
this dude?
The goals, dude.
Man.
Oh my god,
How much
dude!
Look at that.
This
It's
guy-
so
are we gonna
minimalist
buy
and
him?
cool.
Yeah, and he has less than 1,000 followers. I can't believe it. Like it's
The
crazy.
snow speeder! Oh
The
my
snow
god!
thing is really
Oh,
good.
this snow speeder is legit.
This is better than like Lego bricks. What he's doing with Technic, I really
Yeah,
like this.
right?
It
It's
looks
all so smooth.
it
And
looks
I
so
saw that
appropriately
X-Wing you
Star
pointed out.
Wars.
The X-Wing's really good.
This is
Yeah, what Don posted as well. He made like an action image. What you could say.
Oh, wow,
it is
dude.
on there.
Well,
Right.
Let me try to find this X-wing.
I'm following
He's
this guy.
not-
This is amazing.
Yeah, he's X-Wing's not done. He's working on that right now, as you can see. Like the last update you see was 3 months ago, and he is currently just waiting on Bricklink orders. So when we'll most likely just feature him again when he finishes his X-Wing, because it's a very pretty sight. So you guys should definitely give this guy a follow.
There's a
on
whole thing where
Flickr
he
here.
posts like how the engine is assembled and how it works, and it is like incredible.
Yeah, it's great, and I really like builders that I think like whenever you go through a photo stream and you think to yourself like I want to make that, like I want to become that. I think that's just a very good creation, because this makes me want to just get into Technic and have like this huge workstation.
Mm-hmm.
And just make these huge, cool creations like this, because these are massive.
These are
I mean, that-
amazing.
Like,
It's
like
it's one of those things that
that's
like we did. Like we're
Yeah, that's-
technically Technic, and some obviously we did construction. We focus on that side of stuff, but that's a thing we have a lot of experience with. We could actually like pull off some really cool stuff.
oh,
Man.
but Don is saying that Drakmin might actually be female. So,
That's surprising. Interesting.
Oh, I guess that makes sense
I-
because like there's a girl holding the
Yeah, I don't
ring
know.
and the pictures of the girl.
Whoever
holding that
Drakmin
makes
is,
sense.
this person makes cool things.
Look
and-
at the scale of this freaking X-Wing. Do you see that thing right there? Do you see how huge that
Good
is?
grief.
Oh my god!
Huge.
I'm just jealous of this
What
giant
the
workstation
heck?
they have. This giant wooden table that they're able to just build on.
And like the
Look at
plans
that.
on the wall.
Yeah,
and
like
everything.
the
so
blueprints.
cool.
Like whoa.
Holy crap!
Gonna link Oh, I tried to link on YouTube his photo stream, but you'll get a link in the description at some point. But
I just realized that you might be able to fit like a construction figure. It looks like there's a construction figure in the in that cockpit, but like you could legitimately put like a
definitely a Matoran in there.
It's like an evolution
right?
of all those BIONICLE vehicles, like the XLR and everything.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Man, just like looking at how all this is assembled.
this is amazing.
Right?
Oh wow, this is probably one of the my favorite things you posted on the Extra MoC so far. This is incredible.
Thanks, man. I'm trying to not post just mechs. Just giving it a shot.
Even then, the M.O.C posts are pretty cool.
Yeah, the M.O.C
posts are great.
But it's good with variety. I want the
it is
Extra
good to
MoC
have
to just
some
be an
variety.
outlet. I don't want it to just be like.
I'm still just jealous of this workstation. This is the thing that's like blowing
right?
my mind. I'm just like, this is so cool. I want to go back to the other photo that they have. Well, there's like several photos of like, oh man.
I actually made a Flickr group back in 2013 or 14 where I just said LEGO Workstations. So if you want, there's a group in which you can just go through people's LEGO Workstations because there's a lot of cool stuff that people have done.
Can we? Can you send us that link? I want to do that.
I haven't visited that group in so long, but like it should be on my Flickr here in a tiny bit.
Well, Flickr.com/what? Xtrooper?
Yeah, but like I can find you the link directly to the group because I'm an administrator of the group. But I want you guys to like scroll up through the Discord chat because Matriarch posted an example of the Snapchat.
Yeah, I saw
that. So there you go. It works. Have fun, guys.
It does work.
Yeah, right.
Let me see if I can.
Insanity, my man.
Let me scroll up and find it. All right, here we go. This is insane, guys. This is. Some people
this is
be living in
goals.
2018 and we live in 3018. Look at this. The dog filter works on freaking.
This is also goals.
This is the future, right here.
Dude, oh my gosh.
Like all the ninja.
Yeah. So definitely check out Drakmin.
Wow.
And also here's the group that I posted. I haven't moderated it in years, so there might be some. I mean, right there, as you can see in the description, there's a typo right there because for the longest time I wrote with an H after the W because my English wasn't as good back in those days. But should be some photos at least. I actually made it in 2009, so that's an interesting throwback.
Man.
Those guys just posted a bunch
Dude,
of.
that was nearly 10 years ago, man.
Yeah,
10 years ago
and
you
a lot
did
of
that.
people have posted things that are not related to your LEGO workshop. There's a lot of World War II in here. What are you doing, guy? Mario Ethier. This does not belong here. But anyway, that's it for the Extra MoC. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to do some moderation in this group.
Wow, dude. Wow. I'm completely blown away by everything that was just posted. I'm like stunned. Wow, I've never felt more inspired to start like buying some Technic sets before until now, but holy crap. I really want some of those things. I want to build them. I want to have them.
Yeah, and it's like the pieces he used aren't even like that super complex. It's just a bunch of bars that he has put side by side to get that very smooth aesthetic. I think that's like what sells it for me quite a lot. It's just that it just doesn't look very Lego. It just looks like something. I guess I know you know what I mean.
Yeah, it looks very different. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well.
Everything
all right.
on this workstation is just gorgeous. I can't take my eyes off.
Yeah, John is very impressed by that workstation.
The workstation.
I'm moving out. I'm moving out, and it's like a thing where I'm like, what place do I want to live in? And this is like this is like a dream pad, dude.
It's like,
this
inspire you?
The other day, because I finally fixed up my LEGO workstation. You know, I redid my whole closet, made room in there, set up a table. Felt proud of it at the end of the day. I was like, yeah, this looks good. Now I see this, and it's like 5 times the size of what I'm working with. It's like, oh man, someday I'll make that big upgrade in a bigger place.
Yeah,
but,
for sure, dude.
That's great.
All right. Let's again see we can we'll give all credit to Drakmin, Drakimn. There's a link
Yeah, good
to
good
their
for you,
Flickr
Drakmin.
in the description. And you should definitely check them out and follow them, especially if you want to see this XWing completed. This is really cool.
I definitely recommend
project.
to follow.
Yeah,
totally. You said IMN, it's MIN. DRAKMIN.
I misspoke. My bad.
Yeah, just to clear that up.
Just so people can find them. So
yeah.
All right. Well, that just about wraps it up.
I am following this person right now, dude. Oh my gosh.
Do it.
I know, right? I honestly don't even use Flickr as much as I should, and this is like almost inspiring to start using.
I am trying to recover my Flickr password just so that I can follow this person.
I recommend it. I like Flickr. It's a nice place sometimes. It's not
Thank
actually
you
a nice
guys
place at all.
for joining us for the TTV BrickFeed podcast. As always, if you like what we do here, you can go to our Patreon during our live studio audience. You guys will be embedded in the chat. You can interact with us on and off stream. We'll be doing some more cool stuff for you guys post this, and also get the full recordings of this after it's streamed early up on the Patreon site. You can go to patreon.com/the channel and go to youtube.com/the channel to subscribe to our channel. Recent YouTube stuff has been hitting, so every subscriber is great. It helps us kind of do more content like this every day. The last thing you can do is also check us out at our message boards. That's board.gtvchannel.com. And that is just about all the plugs we have. Oh, we are actually, one thing that is we are doing new, and if you are not listening to this live, you kind of might know this already. We are putting the podcast up on a separate channel. We're gonna do like a edited clip of the podcast and put it up on the main TTV channel, and we're doing an archive channel for all the hour-long podcasts. We polled some of our audience. We figured out that some people some people really like the podcast, other people don't. They like short-form content, so we're making it easier for you guys to find out what you really want to see. So the TTV podcast archive is already up. If you can go to it, if you liked our podcast and you want to see the whole thing when it comes out, please subscribe. Due to the new YouTube changes, the getting all the subscribers that we need on that new channel will help us to be able to still make the podcast live and still have it go live. And
do we have a link to the archive channel?
We do, and I can get that for you in just a second.
I know it's out there. I just don't know what the actual link is, so we can tell people where it is.
Yeah. No, totally makes sense. And we're trying to. We can't actually get the custom URL until we hit a certain point, so that's still going to be up there. But while I scroll up and get that, here you go to everyone in the Patreon chat.
Woohoo! Podcast archive channel. That is a long URL. We got to make sure we get some subscribers fast to change that.
Yep, right. It's UC173XHW, etc. Not the very best one to have. So we have to be eligible for the partner program in order to have a custom URL. So if you guys just go over there and subscribe if you are interested in seeing all these podcasts live and as they happen. I'll also post this in the natural YouTube chat as well. If some people want to subscribe to that channel beforehand and get to see this episode as soon as it goes live. We're going to be doing the live episodes, so they're going to go up on Patreon, and then they're going to be available on the archive. So that's going to be the same thing that we've been doing for a good while here. All right, thanks for that PSA, and we'll see you guys next week. I'm John.
I'm Bar.
I'm Ben.
I'm XX Trooper.
And goodbye.
Bye.
But
See you.
later, everyone.
Bye, everybody. It's been fun. Get out of here.